say, it probably should be more historical.
Yeah.
You know, in other words, Kai is big now, but you know, arguably it's like, now he asked me, so I had to put him on there. But arguably it's like,
wait, did the CEO of Twitch put Kai Cenat on his Mount Rushmore and then took him off? Then he said he only put him there because Kai Cenat asked him the question? Hold on, this isn't just flip-flopping. This is a CEO trying to rewrite history in real time, and it's exposing how platforms really work. Welcome to the Official Society. Today we're exposing the Twitch CEO controversy that shows exactly how platforms treat their biggest creators. But this isn't just about disrespect. This is about something deeper. How these companies are trying to rewrite history to protect the past while ignoring the people that's keeping them alive right now. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because we don't just tell the news, we expose the game behind it. So hit that subscribe button and join the Official Society, because you're about to see how the whole industry really works. So here's what's happening. October 1st, 2025, Kai Cenat stream. Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, shows up on Kai Cenat's stream, and Kai Cenat asks him the question, who's on your Mount Rushmore of streamers? Dan Clancy gives him an answer. He lists Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed right there with the veterans.
Right, so obviously Kai's there, right? And if you're going to Mount Rushmore streamers, obviously I think Ninja has to be there, right?
Yep.
Those are two easy ones. And then I think you probably put Pokey there as, you know, in other words, as a female streamer. If you go back in time, there's so many, you know, yeah, there's so many now. It's tough for me to pick another person now, if that makes sense. You know, actually, I'll throw, the other person now, obviously, that is trying to change it like you with Speed, right? And, you know, because he's constantly, much like yourself, always trying to think, what can I do that's different than happened in the past, right? And it's tricky when you go in the past. I've been asked this before, because you go in the past, and after Ninja there, you know, you got Tim, you got Nick, you got, you know, all these folks that, you know, oh, actually, no, I'll tell you the one. I'll tell you the one that I might throw on there then, going even further back, is Co Carnage.
Who's that?
You don't know Co? Oh, Co is like the OG who was...
Co Carnage?
Co Carnage.
Co Carnage.
Co Carnage, yeah.
Cool, right? The CEO's recognizing the current giants, the people that's keeping him alive right now. But then something happens. Days later, Dan Clancy releases like a clarification video, and in that video, he changes his answer.
Today, it probably should be more historical. Yeah. You know, in other words, Kai is big now, but you know, arguably it's like, look, you're great, but you can't be on the Mount Rushmore yet.
See, I put it should be Speed, Kai, Queso.
Right.
When like, no, there's like so.
Well, initially when I was doing it, because of course part of it is you just don't remember people. And initially I mentioned Speed, and then I was like, oh no, and I swapped Speed out for Queso. Yeah. Okay. But of course all the idiots.
He says that his Mount Rushmore should prioritize historical pioneers. Ninja, Pokemon, Carnage, Queso. But notice what's missing now? Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed. But wait, that's not all. Then he drops the real bomb.
Say, it probably should be more historical. Yeah. You know, in other words, Kai is big now, but you know, arguably it's like, now he asked me, so I had to put him on there. But arguably it's like,
he said he only included Kai in the original list because Kai was the one who asked him the question. That is foul, disrespectful, and fake as fuck. He said that they weren't actually on his Mount Rushmore, that he just said what Kai wanted to hear at the moment. So we all know that we can never believe anything that comes out of Dan Clancy's mouth, because bro's always lying. So the internet's going wild, and the communities, they not stopping. They turning up on Dan Clancy. Everyone has an opinion right now, and it ain't looking too good for him.
Let's get our... Bro, can you believe Dan Clancy didn't put Kai on the Mount Rushmore?
Or Speed, right?
I don't know, but he said that Speed and Kai shouldn't be on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, yeah, he's racist.
There's no way. How the
nigga, how the fuck a nigga who had $1 million?
Wait for November 15th.
That nigga had $1 million.
No, wait for November 15th. Let's get our payout.
Oh, right. You're right, Dan Clancy, you know you my dog. I gonna lie, I still love them Twitch socks that you sent me a couple
People
years.
calling it disrespectful, people calling it fake, but here's the thesis. This backtrack reveals something bigger: the legacy versus the relevance problem. Platforms will always rewrite history just to protect their pioneers, even when those pioneers aren't the ones keeping the platform alive anymore, even when the current creators are doing all the heavy lifting. And we're going to prove it, so stick with me. Let's get the facts straight, because the timeline matters. In Kai Cenat's second subathon, he broke the world record of subscribers subscribers. That's not only big, that's historic. It's literally the biggest individual moment in Twitch history. Fast forward to October 2025, Kai Cenat gets 1 million subscribers and peak viewership at 1 million live viewers with LeBron James. Again, recreating the biggest individual streaming moment on Twitch and also making history once again. Throughout these Mafia-thons, Kai Cenat is pulling in celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Mariah Carey, LeBron James, Lizzo, SZA, and these aren't streamers. These are A-list celebrities showing up on a Twitch stream. That's cultural impact. That's mainstream attention that Twitch desperately needs. Dan Clancy shows up on stream and Kai Cenat asks him, who's on your Mount Rushmore of streamers? And Clancy says that Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed are on it. Right there on stream in front of hundreds of thousands of people. He acknowledged their impact and he puts them on the list. But then he releases the clarification and everything changes. Now he's saying that the Mount Rushmore should be about pioneers. People who built Twitch. People who made streaming what it is today. And suddenly Kai and Speed don't make the cut. They're too new. They're not historical enough yet. Here's where it gets interesting. Clancy says that he only included them because Kai asked. But watch the original clip again.
Right? Okay. So obviously Kai's there. Right? And if you're going to Mount Rushmore streamers, obviously I think Ninja has to be there. Right?
Yep.
Those are two easy ones. And then I think you probably put Pokey there.
Nobody forced him to say anything. He could have stuck with his pioneer answer from the start, but he didn't. He listed Kai and Speed, and then he took it back. Why? Because in the moment on Kai Cenat's stream, he knew what the audience wanted to hear. He knew Kai Cenat deserved the recognition, but when he had time to think about it, when he went back in CEO mode, he changed the narrative. He prioritized the past over the present. Even XQC called it out. He said the pioneers deserve respect, but he did say the list was wrong.
I guess he's right, but you need to understand all
get a welcome to the jungle, Mr.
Guys, this has been around for not only a year now or two. They've been around long enough. I think that they're absolutely able to get that title. This is what it is, dude. Guys, what's it like flavor of the month, flavor of the year, whatever? This sometimes they fall off. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. It is what it is. But to be at that level for multiple years and still doing good, I think they've earned the right to be in that spot, and I'm not gonna be a gatekeeper of that. That's whatever.
Because greatness isn't just about who came first. It's about who's moving the culture right now. And right now, that's Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed. If you're seeing how fake this is, hit that subscribe button. Join the official society because we expose stuff like this every single day. Hit subscribe and hit that like button. Here's the bigger picture. Twitch is struggling. Let's be honest. YouTube live streaming is growing. Even Kick is stealing creators. Twitch used to own streaming. Now there's just one option and they're losing market share. So what's keeping Twitch alive? It's not Ninja. He barely streams on Twitch anymore. It's not Pokimane. She's still big, but her content really isn't pulling in new audience. It's not Carnage or Queso. They're great, don't get me wrong, but they're not moving the needle for Twitch at all. It's Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed. Kai Cenat Mafia-thons brought massive attention back to Twitch. And now the third Mafia-thon is doing it again. And Speed viral moments bring millions of eyes to that platform. When Speed was on Twitch and he did something crazy, it was trending everywhere. And where did people go back to watch it? Twitch. Those guys were free marketing. They're streaming icons. Kai Cenat is the main reason why people still care about Twitch in 2025. But when the CEO of the platform makes his Mount Rushmore and he erases them, and why? Because they don't fit the legacy narrative, that's just a slap in the face. And that's the legacy versus relevance problem. Companies want to honor their story. They want to protect the people that help build them. That's understandable. But when you prioritize legacy over relevance, you're just telling the truth about what you really value. And what Twitch show that they value isn't the people that's keeping them alive right now. It's the memory of when they were on top. Ninja and Pokimane are legends. Nobody's denying that. But their era is way past over. They're not the future. They're the past. And when the CEO chooses the past over the present, it shows where the company's headed. They're not even looking forward. They're looking backwards. Just look at IShowSpeed. This guy has 135 million followers globally. He's been chased through streets in Europe. He's been mobbed in South America. He's a phenomenon. His content is chaotic and super unpredictable, but that's what makes it work. People don't know what he's going to do next, so they have to watch.
Jeez. W Philippines. Oh my God, I'm getting chills right now. Holy fuck, Philippines.
But according to Dan Clancy, Speed isn't a pioneer. He's just big right now. As if being big right now doesn't matter. As if keeping the platform relevant in 2025 doesn't count. And that's the problem. These platforms are caring more about who built them than who's carrying them. If you picking up what I'm putting down right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the official society. You belong here with us. Join the community and hit that like button. Don't miss out. Let's talk numbers, because numbers don't lie. Twitch user base peaked years ago. They're not growing like they used to. YouTube Live is taking streamers. Kick is offering better deals. Twitch is in the fight for survival right now. But Kai Cenat subathons, it broke records. 1 million subscribers, 1 million live viewers. That dominated social media for weeks. It brought new audiences to Twitch. It reminded people that Twitch could still be a place for big moments. Kai Cenat is pulling in mainstream celebrities. He's creating content that transcends streaming. People who don't even watch Twitch are talking about Kai Cenat stream. That's power. That's relevance. That's what Twitch needs to survive. And Speed, every time he goes live, it's an event. He goes viral. His clips spread across every platform. He's bringing in millions of people into the Twitch ecosystem. People who might not even cared about streaming before Speed made it look fun. So here's the reality. They're the reason why Twitch is still even in the conversation. Without them, Twitch decline accelerates. YouTube and Kick, they win, but with them, Twitch actually has a fighting chance. They're the present and the future. But Dan Clancy Mount Rushmore doesn't reflect that. His list is about history. His list is about people who built Twitch when it was the only game in town. And sure, those people deserve credit. But if you're building a Mount Rushmore in 2025, you have to include people who matter in 2025. And this is why XQC comment hit so hard. He said, "I walk so anybody could run." He's acknowledging the pioneers, but he's also saying that the game has changed. The people running now deserve recognition too. And when the CEO of the platform backtracks to erase them, it's insulting. And the truth is, platforms don't like admitting that they need creators more than the creators need them. Kai could stream anywhere. Speed could stream anywhere, which he does on YouTube. They're not tied to Twitch, but Twitch is tied to them. Without them, Twitch is just a memory of better days. So here's the verdict. Dan Clancy's Backtrack, it wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. He chose legacy over relevance. He chose the past over the present. He chose the past over the future, and that choice just revealed exactly how the platform thinks. Twitch wants to celebrate the people who built them. That's fine, but they don't want to admit that the people keeping them alive right now are way more important, because admitting that would mean admitting that they're not in control anymore. It would be admitting that they need Kai and Speed more than Kai and Speed need them. So Clancy backtracks and said he only included them because Kai Cenat was the one who asked him, trying to rewrite history in real time. He protects the legacy creators because that's the story that Twitch wants to sell. The story where Twitch built streaming. The story where pioneers still matter most. But the audience, you and I, we know better. We know who's moving the culture right now. We know who creating the moments that going viral. We know who's actually bringing in new audience and new people onto Twitch. It's not Ninja or Pokemon, I could tell you that. It's Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed, even with Speed being on YouTube. And that's the legacy versus relevance problem. And it's not just streaming, it's everywhere. You got music labels promoting legacy artists over new talent. Movie studios greenlight sequels over a new story. Sports leagues are honoring retired players while underpaying the current stars. It's all the same game. Protect the past, control the narrative, and ignore the people who are keeping you alive right now. But here's what they don't understand. The audience isn't stupid. The people see right through it. When you backtrack on recognizing current greatness, you look out of touch. You look like you don't even know what you're talking about. It really looks like you're holding on to the past because you don't even know what's going on in the present right now. Or maybe you just don't understand the present right now. But we all know Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed doesn't need Clancy's approval. They don't need to be on no CEO's Mount Rushmore. Their numbers speak for themselves. Their influence speak for themselves. Their global culture impact speak for themselves. And that's the real Mount Rushmore. The one where the audience builds it, not the one where the CEO backtracks to. So what's the lesson, official society? Don't let anyone rewrite your success. Never let platforms tell you what you're doing right now doesn't matter as much as what someone else did years ago. The present is what matters. Relevance is what matters. And if the platform can't see it, then they're losing, and they know it. The official society, we call it out. We don't wait for no approval from no CEOs or platforms or anyone else. So if you're not subscribed, hit that button right now, and hit that like button too if you enjoy this deep dive. And comment below, do you think Dan Clancy Backtrack was disrespectful, or do you think that legacy should matter more than current relevance? Let's argue about it. And I'm Gabe Official. This is the official society, and we don't let anyone rewrite our story. Holla at your boy.
Official Society.